I know you've seen those crazy animations on Twitter and you're like, how do I get my animations that good? Well, in this video, I'm going to give you 5 tips in lesser than 5 minutes that's going to help you absolutely smash those animators on Twitter. Let's get into it. Number 1, fast, slow, hold, cut. What does this mean? Every fast movement is accompanied by a slow movement, and every slow movement is accompanied by a fast movement. In a case where a movement is not fast or is not slow, we have a very subtle movement that I like to call a hold keyframe. For me, I call it a hold keyframe because we are basically holding action for a very subtle movement. It's not very distracting, but is enough to create a feeling of continuity in the motion. Now, in a case where a movement is not fast, slow, or is not a hold, we just cut to the next action. Number 2, use anticipation and offsetting your keyframes to make your animation feel more loosened up. How do you achieve this? When your keyframes are lined up for a simple mouse click, for instance, it looks something like this. But in a case where you add anticipation and you add an offset, it looks something like this. So there is an anticipation, and then the click smashes down, and then the button goes backward to offset that movement. That's how you use anticipation and offset to make your animations feel more loosened up. Okay? Number 3, never let your animations come to a total stop. Remember what we talked about in the hold keyframes? You need to learn how to hold that motion. Even when nothing else is really happening on screen, you need to learn how to create continuity. Now look at this animation, for instance. Do you see how the animator is holding the keyframe? There's a little bit of continuity there. The motion does not come to a full stop. Number 4, cutting on action at the point of highest speed in cases of zoom ins, zoom outs, switching in between scenes. For those switches to be done seamlessly, you want to cut at the point of highest speed to create continuity. So your motion does not feel like it's coming to an end, except that end is very, very intentional. Now, what does that look like? Let me show you a typical example. Do you see how this scene cuts from this particular scene to this other scene very seamlessly? You can barely even notice when it happens, right? That is because the cut is happening at the point of the highest speed. If the cut was not happening at the point of highest speed, it will look absolutely jarring. Number 5, use secondary animations to make your animations look more complex. You do not need to do too much when you are animating. You want to use some subtle animations in the background, like your gradients, like your background animations, to make your animation look more fuller. I'm going to show you a typical example of this being done in an animation so you can see what I'm talking about. If you watch this video up to this point, I hope these tips were able to help you. If you're totally confused, you want to watch a video where I go in depth into these topics and I explain this concept, you can watch my 6 days motion design for editors video. It's here on YouTube. Just go to my page, get onto my profile. I'll link the video here in my, I'll link the video here. If you want to get more information on these topics that I've talked about, I'll link the video here and you can go watch that video, and trust me, you're going to learn so much. See you in my next video.